And it comes out now to Paul Brown. Paul Brown to Darren Burke. Darren Burke chips it in nicely to Bradley Gotch. Bradley Gotch drives it in with a big... and at last he's been paid one, and you can see the smile on Cameron Clayton's face now. And he's been paid one finally down the field. And they've done that to Gotch all day, but the little champ gets up limping and smiling at the same time as Rowan Welsh has got this ball on the slightest of angles. And Rowan Welsh will have to just take his time and... just make sure of this. You can't lose that opportunity, and don't make it easy, Welshie, because they're all hard to get as Welsh drives this one through for a goal to Dandenong. They go to 14.791 to Sandringham 8.957, Gary.
Yeah, so that was goal number 4 for Rowan Welsh for the match, Peter, and came at a very crucial time. These first 15 minutes or so of the third quarter in a game such as this are very important, and for once, as you say, Gotchi was rewarded by the umpire for putting himself in, and although he didn't take the kick himself, it was paid down the field and put Dandenong's 14th goal onto the board.
He gets it off to Sean Mullane. Sean Mullane dodges off to Brett McKenzie. Brett McKenzie over the top to Nick Moray. Nick Moray can sloop it through to Rowan Welsh, and Rowan Welsh will come around on his left foot and put it through for a goal to Dandenong. That's a goal to Dandenong. 15.999 to Sandringham 8.957 at the 6-minute mark of the over 50s Friendly Society third quarter. To Sandringham 8.957. And Sean Mullane picking his player up, Nick Moray picking his fellow up. Brett McKenzie is in there to lend assistance and take the mark. That's a good mark by McKenzie. And look at him still holding him. Leave him alone, fellow. As McKenzie now, he'll look across for Rowan Welsh, who's on the lead. Welsh is up in front and should take it, and that's a great mark by Rowan Welsh. That's a good mark by Welsh. We nominated that one before it happened, Gary. You could see Welsh and McKenzie's vision was perfect, and he measured that kick off to a treat. And but of course it'll be to no avail unless Welsh finishes it off for himself and indeed for McKenzie. Right, now Rowan Welsh about 30 metres out, only a very slight angle, and lets it go from that distance, and it's right through the middle for a goal to Dandenong, and they go to 16.11.107 to Sandringham 8.957 at the 8-minute mark of the over 50s Friendly Society third quarter.
Well, Peter, I know it's still only early stages because they're up against some good opposition, but I get the feeling that the Red Leagues have really got the sniff of this now, and they're determined to go on with it, I think. And
he's agile, that big fellow, and that's good work by Regalo. And up goes Lee Taylor and Regalo, and sweep onto it now, fellows, as Richard Wicks comes out. You're lucky not to penalise as Scotty Gilder drives it through for a goal. That was good work by Scotty Gilder. He didn't wait to try and pick it up and get nailed. And Dandenong at 16.11.107 to Sandringham 64. We can't quite get the goals yet. The Sandringham time keepers are just going a little bit slow there on us as the score comes up at the 12-minute mark. 9-10-64. Chips it out now, and there's a little fellow in Sandringham, and Darren Reid has given him a break, and put him under pressure now. Reedy as the half-back flanker comes racing off, and Nick Moray gets shepherded out very nicely, and Paul Brown is there. Dennis Knight's fellow just went in at will, and I'll blame Dennis for that. I suppose it's his man, I'm not quite sure. Paul McCormick yells out, "Come on, Dandenong, too easy," and that's exactly right. It came off that flank, and I suppose then the backmen are under pressure, Gary, aren't they? Although you came out far too easy as a little rover fellow for Sandringham lines this up from about 40 metres out, drives his boot into it, and that's not a bad-looking kick, and I'd say it's through for a goal to Sandringham as they go to 10-10-70 to Dandenong 16-12-108 at the 24-minute mark of this third quarter for over 50s Friendly Society. Break all this business up, and it's on down here in the goal square again, and look at this, look at that for an act. Absolute idiot. Right, now Warwick Green has got this ball down here, and Deep Air Domenico going down there, and out go Dandenong through Darren Reid. Kick it, Reedy, kick it, son, as Nick Moray has got this ball. You watch the fight, Gary, I'll watch the football, and it's out of bounds in front of the social club, and Regalo's throwing his fist around now. He's an absolute idiot, and get the Dandenong players out of there. He's had 2 kicks and he wants to fight everybody, and Right, Greg Dorr gets it down towards Bradley Gotts. Bradley Gotts switches it out, but it goes to Sandringham. They'll switch play to the scoreboard side of the ground, back here to the forward line, and it goes into Dennis Knight. And Lee Taylor comes off to the plaudits of the crowd, and Jack is on there as young Taylor comes off to the doctor, and Jack goes out to the excitement of the crowd as Paul Brown drives it in towards full forward, and Paul Brown's kicked the goal. That's the way to answer it. Paul Brown's kicked the goal. 17-12, 114 to Sandringham, 10-10. 70. Yeah, well, Jack's trying to overdo it, and right, and there's the fight, and Regalo's just putting on a big exhibition here as the umpires bounce the ball in the centre of the ground. Joe Regalo's got it. Dennis Knight comes away with it. Dennis Knight feeds it out to Darren Burke, and it's a free kick to Dandenong. That's the way to break it up, and Dennis Knight is given this ball by Darren Burke. Dennis Knight chips it out nicely here to big Warwick Green. Warwick Green handballs it off to the running Darren Burke. Darren Burke has got little Bradley Gotts, but the option is not right as Greg Doyle comes over the top, and Greg Doyle almost took a brilliant mark, and Doyle dives on this ball, and it goes out in front of the Hill crowd. Nong drive this ball in, and Mackenzie's taken a magnificent mark. A wonderful mark by Mackenzie, and if ever you've seen anything, Gary, that was superb work. Mackenzie chips it in looking for Rowan Welsh, and Welsh has got it, and he drives it through. No, he's made him kick over the mark, and I don't know that rule either, so I give up. Right, however, right now the crowd is on its feet. Brett Mackenzie has got this ball, and he'll boomerang it, and that looks pretty good to me, and that's a goal to Dandenong. That's a great goal to Dandenong. They go to 18-12, 120 to Sandringham, 10-10-70 at the 27-minute mark on the Over 50s Friendly Society third quarter scoreboard. Sandringham, as the umpires are ready to bounce the ball. I just had a quick yarn to the great Frosty Miller. I've never seen anyone so proud of his club as Frosty was. He was absolutely beside himself. He thinks the boys have showed tremendous courage, but we've got a full quarter of football to go yet, and you don't underwrite Sandringham as Warwick Green takes his ball out of the ruck, flicks it out, but it goes to Sandringham, and he's at the bottom of the pack, and the umpires call play on as it comes out towards Dandenong, and Brett Bailey takes his ball. Brownie took that too easy, and it comes out to Bradley Gotch. Bradley Gotch can dodge, make the most of it, and chip it out now to, there he is, and Nick Moray dobs it through for another one to Dandenong. That's a good goal, and they go to 19-14, 128 to Sandringham, 10-10-70 at the 8-minute mark of this fourth quarter on the Coffee Ford scoreboard. Over the top there in player number 42 is D.P. Domenico, and God, I'll give it this way, as Chrissy Garrett has got it. He'll drive it in on his right foot, and that's a goal to Sandringham. Right, Sandringham go to 11-10-76 to Dandenong, 19-14, 128 at the 10-minute mark of the Coffee Ford fourth quarter, Gary. He didn't really put it down. Right now, Darren Burke chips it in towards Greg Doyle. He gets pushed out, but Sandringham get it away again. And under this ball is Warwick Green. Oh, and the Sandringham player was on a collision course, but he showed plenty of guts, and he stood his ground, and he's got the mark. And if you're not careful, you'll get 50 metres, and you did. Now, I ask you, talk about that, Gary. No, it's not worth talking about. We've seen that much happen with umpires looking at it and nothing, and then they become a hero with seconds to go. What do you think of that, Barry?
The other umpire just waved his hands at that field umpire to tell him that he was wrong. Yeah. Because he had to play. He was telling the player to get on the mark.
They certainly make life very difficult when a coach is trying to tell players how to hold play up and so forth. But Elshaw yells out, get that one back, as Dandenong sit at 19-14, 128 to Sandringham, 12-10, probably 82. He's a pretty tough customer, that's Sikowski. See how tough he is. Right, anyway, Dersmer it is, chips it into the centre of the ground, handballs it back to a running player there. Sandringham are in attack here at the moment as Jack Marshall comes out and knocks his own player over. And Scotty Gilder will have no worries running into an open goal here and drive it forward to a goal to Sandringham. And Jack puts him down, and you'll get another one, Jack. You'll get another one, son, if you're too clever. And it's not... and I think it is Scotty Gilder. Yes, it's Scotty Gilder. And Jack's probably saying, remember that night at training you wouldn't kick it to me when Elshaw was watching? And so Jack's evened up for that one. Player number 30 in Og scoots away with it, Andrew Og, and it goes out to a very good diving mark to number 21. Scott McConkey puts him down, and Dandenong is resting there, Jack Marshall, but it's another one to Sandringham, and Dandenong will have to do something about this as Sandringham go to 14-11, 95 to Dandenong 1915 129 at the 20-minute mark of the Coffee Ford fourth quarter. Well, Scott McConkey comes out with it. McConkey drives it down and Rowan Welsh is there, and Welsh tries to get this out. Sean Mullane flicks it out to Brett McKenzie. Brett McKenzie can drive it into open goal, and he's put it through for a goal to Dandenong. That should just about protect them now at 20 goals 15 135 to Sandringham 14 12 96, Gary.
Although I think that goal there, Peter, obviously goes without saying that that's probably the one that sealed it. And but as Coach Tony Elshaw says in the background, keep working at it. They've got to keep working. There's another 10 minutes in this game probably at least. And I mean, anything can happen in that time.
Number 21 handballs it on to the running Chrissy Garrett, who gets one. It wasn't Garrett, I don't think, but he gets one too high anyway. And there's Jack Marshall, and he punched it through, and it's a free kick. It's a free kick to Sandringham. Yeah. Gary Frank-Ellis. Now, Jack Marshall punched that ball out, and he's been penalised for holding the player.
That was a point, but he penalised.
Right, and in comes Sandringham with the goal, and they go now to their 16th goal, 16-13, 103, as Spike Milligan is just walking along. I don't think they'll all they might have to is put Spike on because young Lee Taylor has got a very bad cut eye. Chip it in now to the centre to little Nick Moray. Nick Moray can run into an open territory here and look for big Spike Milligan. Spike will trap this down. Spike gets it out to Brett McKenzie. Brett McKenzie will head for home now, and he does that, and it's a goal to Dandenong. It's a goal to Dandenong. They go to 21-15, 141. Sandringham 15-15, 105. And Jamie Dersmer's looking a very tired player. But he's all right. I'm not knocking him from that. He just looks tired. I don't want to say anything against him. He might come back and haunt us. Back will drive this ball down with a very ordinary looking drop kick. McKenzie from behind punches it down to Bradley Gotch. Bradley Gotch will drive his left foot into it, and he heads for home, and it's a goal. That's a goal to Dandenong. And there they go. That's the way to bury them. 22-15, 147 to Sandringham 15-15, 105 at the Coffee Ford 32 minute. I suppose it's the only one he'll get tonight. Right, 22-15 Dandenong on the Coffee Ford scoreboard at Sandringham. There's the siren, and Dandenong have wrapped this up. A magnificent win to Dandenong. Warwick Green shakes hands with Joe Regalo, and the players all shake hands with each other as the policemen come out on the ground to escort the umpires, and that wraps it up from the Beach Road Oval. Dandenong 22-15, 147 have comprehensively defeated Sandringham 15-15, 105. Thanks, Gary, and good afternoon.